Welcome back, you bunch of motherfuckers, to Charles Plays HEXEN. Charles in the house. Take a good look at the dark panels in front of us, lads. Each of these has its own respective puzzles, so 9 in total will be required. 3 puzzle switches are located in each chapel, each of which is dedicated to a specific kind of creature. Dedicated to said creatures in name and name alone, which is kind of a shame really, but I digress. This one is the one we will begin working in, but before that, I wish to pay FedEx platform a visit. Fucker owes me a crater of might, don't you know? Congratulations, you continue to please your British overlord. When this place lies defeated and colonized, I will see to it that you are spared. Badass. That put us at 5 megalixirs, craters. Even got my missing health back with great rank in spades. Alright motherfuckers, it is time for us to brave the first chapel. This one is dedicated to the majestic Griffin. And welcome everybody to our first expedition into Griffin Chapel. We will have to traverse each chapel 2 times to locate the puzzle switches, as they are somewhat interlocked. Whenever you enter a chapel, you will find 3 portals right nearby. One of them is unmarked and will return you to the seminary, and the other 2 will take you to the other chapels. Pretty simple stuff. Now it is time to crack some skulls. The serpents behind the bars are capable of firing outwards to get you, so be wary of that shit. Hello Mr. Retin, and welcome to your doom. I know I have no further need for points, but I cannot resist. Only 8 damage from the cheap shot. Let's clear out the Etins. That's the lot. Oi, you can have some bolt soul chaff. Now then, you have probably noticed at this point that all of the paths and rooms are blocked by bars, denying us access further into the chapel. Some of these bars are opened from the other 2 chapels, which is what I mean when I say they are interlocked. You should be adept at recognizing walls that are doors at this point, and behind this one is a puzzle switch, the first of 3 for the Griffin Chapel. As you can see, 1/9 of the puzzle has been solved. Only oh come the fuck on, really? What is this monastery bullshit? It's a goddamn seminary, you buffoon designers. What the fuck ever? Let's add an Olympic torch to our collection of items and show these serpents what for. A few discs of repulsion are up for grabs in this alcove, but we are already fully stocked with 25 of them, so they can sit here and rot for all the shits I give. Actually, let's put a few to use for the next batch of serpents. God damn it, Tudge, the shockwave effect is lifted to shit in this mod. Oh well, good thing I do not rely on the discs. Anyway, a chaos device up for grabs here, which we will put to use later in one of the other 2 chapels. That's about all Griffin Chapel has to offer until we venture into the others, but I wish to destroy all of this pottery as well as the finger frits that are hiding in there. There is no hiding from the British Empire, motherfucker.
Tremble before me.
Not awake yet, I see. You know what makes more sense than that? Dividing by fucking 0. Only 1 remains, so let's shield a little bit.
Waste my time.
Alright, that is all for us in here for the time being, seeing as the staircases leading down as well as this passage up here are barricaded. We will have to return here after visiting the other chapels. Time for us to leave. We could step straight into the next chapel from here, if we desired it, but what I want to do is return to the seminary. If you're wondering why, then you clearly don't understand the appeal of free stuff, motherfucker. As you can see, one of the dark panels is now lit up. Once all 9 are lit, an absolute prick of a boss will show up to ruin our day. But the main reason I came back out here is for FedEx platform. More megalixirs for the megalixir god and shit. While I fatality this guy, I will ponder how that Etin got up there.
Destroy.
Well, that certainly looks juicy and fresh. As for you, I don't know what sorcery got you up there, but get the fuck off. You can't colonize that platform. It's mine, motherfucker. And I see it as still being a good little platform and giving us megalixirs. Dodge that, you fancy floating prick. Looks like it also gave us some blue mana. We now have half a dozen craters. This platform is giving me a bit of an inventory burner. Look at all these items. Holy effing shit. I have enough craters and mystic urns to feed a small army. Anyway, that's enough fucking around. The next chapel awaits us. This one is dedicated to the ferocious wolf. And welcome to the Wolf Chapel. This chapel is the darkest of the lot, so if you wish to burn a torch here, then by all means do so. The area outside the structure here is polluted with centaurs and their big cousins, and the inside has about 3 dark bishops for every square meter. Since we have been to the Griffin Chapel, we could reach 2 of the puzzles which is in here. However, I find it more efficient to hit one, and then enter the final chapel. I will explain why a bit later, when we reach the final chapel. For now, let's just reduce all the centaurs outside the building to spaghetti sauce for the British Empire. Maybe you should try to block with your shield reject. This door is the main entrance to the Wolf Chapel proper, but it is closed, so we must open it first. Let's resume colonizing the shit out of the grounds outside. It's just like playing an elaborate game of 10-pin bowling, really. I'm kind of glad that slot ores are unable to shoot through other enemies to strike me. Luckily my hammer does not suffer from such a problem, and for that matter nor does Quietus. Only the crossbow can't fire through enemies, so 1 out of 3 ranged attacks being that way makes me question the balance of these weapons. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. If you look through these windows you can see a couple of rooms. Those are for later on. So now let's head back and use the only available door. And here it is. Within this room is the switch to open the large concrete door at the front. Get your flèches ready. Bishops are lurking. Let's try again. Ah, Jesus Christ, stupid flèche bounce mechanic. Okay, fuck this and fuck the corner. Did we get them all? Any survivors? Looks like they all bit the big one, lads. Goddamn troll flèches. Anyway, there is a solitary switch in here. Hitting it will open the large concrete door. So let's head over there. The inside of the chapel awaits colonization. The fact there was a serpent ready to greet us at the door should give you an idea of what to expect. The initial room is full of both hills and serpents, which would make it an ideal place to play laser tag. Sadly we cannot, because we are here on business. The chapel's interlocking begins here as well. This pillared room has several exits, some of which are unavailable. If you have not yet been to Griffin Chapel and the last chapel, seeing as we have been to Griffin Chapel once, such exit lies exposed, but I will not be heading that way for the time being. We are here for a single switch, and then we are out of here. Now that we are full on health and great strength, let's try this door. A bishop, not a big fucking surprise. As I said earlier, the inside of this chapel has dark bishops arranged in such a way that if you hadn't hit level 10 yet, you could probably do so by fucking around in here for 5 minutes or so. Anyway, here is the switch we were hunting. Let's press the fucker and marvel at the game designer's inconsistency. Monastery, I fucking ask you. If you step back into the pillared room and look down the hallway, you can see one of the other exits. That one is going to warrant the use of a chaos device. But for the time being, we are going to say goodbye to Wolf Chapel. We will be back here to finish the job later on. For now, let's return to the seminary. Dear Diary, I have a crush on a platform.
What the fucking crap are you talking about, you bloody cad?
Higgins, your timing is exceptional. I want you to observe the salient powers of a proper British overlord. Platform. Charles demands a crater of might. See, Higgins, it simply cannot deny me.
You've been sitting in here talking to a platform for the last 10 minutes, have you? I really have to question your sanity.
Yeah, whatever you say. Fancy being in my video, old chap.
Why the hell would I be interested in that?
I'll give you money.
What do you want me to do?
Sit down, co-commentate with me and be entertaining. The crowd loves British overlords like us, even if you yourself are merely a British overlord in trading.
What's this crap about British overlords? You work at...
You shut your goddamn chav mouth right the fuck now, or you won't get paid.
I appear to have struck a nerve.
Talk about the game, not about my personal life. Anyway, boys and girls, only one chapel remains. We have already braved the Griffin Chapel and the Wolf Chapel, and this final chapel is dedicated to the mighty dragon. This one is also the hardest of the lot.
Is that Skyrim music I hear, Charles?
Damn it, Higgins, you bloody fool. Tom hasn't edited that in yet.
Who the hell is Tom?
Tom is the convict who runs a YouTube channel for his content and mine. And you're welcome to join us if you want.
E-Fame? Holy shit, count me in. Do I still get paid?
If you entertain folks, then I'm sure I can see to it that you have enough money to keep your stomach full. Although you'd probably do well to not mention money. The YouTube channel is not for profit. We do it out of love for the game.
What sort of games should I play?
Tell you what, I'll show you the channel after I finish recording this footage. You can play whatever the heck you want by yourself, or you can co-commentate with Tom or myself. But if you play by yourself, you'll need to give Tom the AVI files, so he can edit them and upload the finished video. I'll give you an external.
So you're saying Tom does most of the work?
Pitiful.
I asked you a question.
We do not talk during fatalities or lightsaber fights. And to answer your question, no, Tom does not do most of the work. Tom does all of the goddamn work, and he likes it.
He sounds like a masochist.
Considering you've never met this guy, that's the most accurate description you could have possibly given. Well done.
A man rise. You will introduce us, I assume.
If you're interested in my offer, then I kind of have to won't I. One word of warning, do not touch his smokes or his Monster Energy drinks, unless you have a death wish.
Understood.
So tell me, Higgins, have you ever actually played HEXEN before?
Would you stop calling me Higgins? My name is Edgar, goddammit. You don't see me running around calling you Clayworth, do you?
Answer my question, Higgins.
You're a fucking faggot. And no, I can't say I've ever played HEXEN. Looks like Doom except medieval.
That's pretty accurate, actually. It is similar to Doom except it uses a harp system instead of having you go from stage to stage directly. A big part of HEXEN is locating switches, which is what brings us to this place, Dragon Chapel, which I haven't even started talking about.
Then by all means say what you have to say.
Very well. You lot have no doubt noticed that Dragon Chapel is basically one large room with enemies sniping you from platforms above. It's rather difficult to find cover out here, which is what makes this chapel the most difficult of the three. Or if you prefer, the most loyal John Romero designed.
John Romero. I recognize that name.
What do you know of John Romero, old chap?
Well, legend has it that he is going to make you his bitch.
I think you and Tom are going to get along just fine. Back up to 7 megalixirs now. There are more snipers in the next half of the area, so let's use our boots of speed, so we are harder to hit. There is a mystic urn sitting on the platform ahead that I wish to claim for the British Empire.
A mystic urn does what?
Restores 100 hit points.
Oh, okay, so it's a medieval soul sphere.
Kind of, except you can carry it around and use it at your convenience, making it the superior of the two.
What's your maximum health anyway? I've seen you go about 100.
It's 150. It should be 200, but a bug prevents me from going past the 150 mark.
Then perhaps you should consider using that mystic urn. Your health looks like absolute shit.
I'll use a mystic urn when I fucking feel like it, scrub.
Charles, is this going to be like Chrono Trigger, whereby you had 99 megalixirs at the end of the game that you took the time to charm from those retarded multi-headed snakes that ate themselves, but absolutely refused to use under any circumstances, because what if you need them for the fight with Lavos, including during your fight with Lavos, and they just ended up gathering dust?
You're completely wrong, Buckwit.
Somehow I have to call bullshit.
Don't waste my time.
The item cap in this game is 25, not 99.
Oh, okay. So you're going to waste 74 less mystic urns than normal, as though that's a fucking improvement.
There aren't even 25 mystic urns in the game. And no, I'm saving them for some later boss encounters. It's this little thing called sensibility.
And by saving them for later boss encounters, you of course mean you will still have them after said boss encounters.
You fail to amuse me.
Heaven help you if you end up in the army one day. Oh no, I can't shoot this guy who has a gun pointed at me. What if I need my bullets for later?
Would you shut the fuck up already? I got you the first time, you goddamn pushed prick.
I am just saying you really should use items when you need them.
And I'm just saying shut the fuck up and don't tell me what I can and cannot do with my items. Are they your items? No. If I want to use a Mr. Kern. If I never want to use a Mr. Kern. If I want to donate a Mr. Kern to charity. If I want to whip out my cock and stick it in a Mr. Kern. Whatever I choose to do with it is my own goddamn business.
That's a mental image I really didn't need.
What's so disgusting about the idea of me donating a Mr. Kern to charity?
I don't even want to respond to that.
None can withstand the mental prowess of a British overlord in his prime.
In his prime. But you're so old.
And you lost a battle of wits to me regardless. Anyway, Dragon Chapel is done for the time being. We found the switch, so back to the seminary we go, motherfuckers. Hey platform, Daddy's home. I hope you have a crater prepared for me.
Is this another item you're never going to use?
Fuck off, cockhead. I already used one for this episode. Holy fuck, do my eyes deceive me. 2 craters in one go. FedEx platform, your attempt to get into my pants is noted and very much appreciated.
Lucky.
Let me kill this Ifrit and wrap things up.
This will please me.
Alright, that will be it for this episode. Next episode we go back into the chapels. This has been Charles Plays Hexen. Thanks for watching as always, you bunch of motherfuckers. So Edgar, will you be joining the Convict Central channel?
Absolutely.
What will you play first?
I think I will start with